Hi, this is Jackson Lynch with 90 Consulting. I hope you're having a great day today. Just wanted to take a quick moment and let you know that you are awesome. In fact, there has never been anyone quite like you, and that's okay. That's not a negative. I'm not being in the spirit of the political season, not trying to be caustic at all. As an HR professional, you have been told for years that you are not a business leader. That's crap. You are, if you choose to be. And step one is don't talk about a seat at the table. Because if you have to talk about it, it means you're not there. And if you're not there, it's either you're working for someone who's not going to invite you or you don't belong. Now, you are the only person that can handle this first of those options. But if it's a second one, it's likely a result of you not getting the work done that's necessary to be invited. So, what does that look like? It's about impact. It's about defining outcomes. It's about understanding the kind of work that needs to be done to move the organization forward. It's being able to have a close enough confederacy with your peers that you know what the world of HR needs to look like for them to be able to say, we want more of that. And what I found is good leaders need the help. Good, humble leaders will recognize that there is a view to the organization that without the HR person in the room, you're not going to see. And they need to hear it to be able to drive the business forward. I think probably the best example of that from my personal experience was several years ago when we were having a business challenge. The P&L was hemorrhaging money, and we needed to understand what was happening. Now, in most situations, what would happen is you'd have your business leaders sitting down with their finance co-pilots to decide and determine what was going on. And then at some point, you had a list of activities that the HR colleagues needed to go execute to be able to drive the business forward. But in this case, Carrie Moyes, Rihanna Barr, and their peers did a miraculous job of building enough credibility with their region vice presidents that when the head of sales wanted to figure out what was happening in that P&L, they didn't invite the finance people. They invited their HR colleagues. And certainly they dug down in because the HR folks knew how the business operated. They knew the levers that needed to get pulled to be able to drive solutions. And when everything was done, they had identified what the issue was. And in fact, it wasn't a finance issue at all. It was a capability one, which then clearly came into the HR team's focus areas in order to go address. Because at the end of the day, an HR leader has really three things that we ought to be accountable for. Be able to predict outcomes. We should be able to identify the root causes of why we think things are going to happen the way they are, and prescribe actions to either take advantage of the opportunity if it's good or address the solution if it's not. So you're good enough, HR people. You don't need to be second chair to anyone. What you do need to do is make an impact on the business. And then if the issue is you're not getting invited to the table, you're probably at the wrong restaurant. It's Jackson. We'll talk soon.